Hey there everybody, Dan McCready reporting to you from Milton. Right now, over here in Milton, it just looks like it's starting to snow right now. I'll turn it around a little bit so you can see. See, if you look up there, you can see it's just starting to snow. It's been mostly rain here, but now the snow line is starting to come in a little bit, so yeah, so I'm going to get going while I can, but so far just mostly rain out here in Milton, starting to change over into snow. We'll see how it is when I get down to Marshfield. Right now as you drive through Milton, this is mostly rain right now. But as you can see, it looks like we're getting a little bit of a flake here or there, maybe a little bit of a frozen raindrop here and there. So I think it's starting to slowly turn over into snow. And that always makes for an unpleasant commute, but so far right now it's just rain. So far so good. I haven't had to go through a lot of snow, at least not here. Got some puddling going on here in Milton. Now listening to David Wolfson on my drive-in. He's going to be joining us for the Storm Watch today. Going to be sticking around for the morning show. I like David. Good guy. And he's got a great show, too. The thing about David is he will play pretty much anything you can imagine. Like, if you've got something you want to hear, you let David know, he'll play it for you. But just about anything, I mean, of course, within reason, but, you know, yeah, David Wolfson. Great overnight show. If you drive through the overnight hours, WATD, live and local. I highly recommend us. The real soundtrack to your overnight, WATD. Yeah, you can see it's starting to change over into snow right around here now. Right as we get to East Milton Square. Just slowly starting to turn over into snow, it appears. You can see we're getting a few more flakes here on the windshield. Alright, now we're getting on to 93. Of course, big main road. So we'll see what this is like. Oh, some police are out already. Pulling people over, it looks like. As you can see, a plow. And I'm going to follow Governor Baker's request and not too proud at that plow. See rain out here in Milton, starting to change over to snow. We'll see how it is when I get down to Marshfield. Dan McCready, WATD News. So I just did a report for David Wolfson, right as I'm getting on to, okay, so now we're getting on to Route 3 here. And so far, Route 3 is looking okay. I mean, it's a wet roadway, but, you know, that's not too bad. As you can see, MassDOT has got the fleet of plows just out. They're ready to hit the street. When the snow really hits, it looks like they'll be ready for it. This is just something I wanted to show you. Right here in Braintree, they're ready. The snow has not yet arrived, but when it does, it looks like they're gonna pounce. The rain-snow mix right now that we're getting is starting to come down a little harder. And there's a little bit more wind than there was earlier. So, looks like we're in the beginning of whatever this is. Like I said, so far, not too bad. We're managing. Yep, we're getting snow now. Or at least the beginnings of snow. Well, I'm going to say this. So far, the commute is not as bad as I feared it would be this early in the morning. I was really worried I'd be driving out into, like, you know, a foot of snow or whatever. But, you know, like I said, so far it's just been rain. I mean, I still would say drive carefully. I know a lot of schools and businesses are closed today. I think that will turn out to be a good thing. But right now, at this time, it's okay. It's okay. So far, it's okay. We'll see how the rest of the day progresses. But right now, things are all right. You can. Okay, now we're getting on to Route 139. See how that is. Like I said, so far it's not been a bad drive. You know. Well, as is often the case, there are some major puddles here on 139. So, there you go. Alright. We're just about to cross over into Marshfield. And we are now in Marshfield. Not a lot of snow accumulation yet, thankfully. It looks like you got some trucks out either getting ready to plow, maybe. I think there might be pre-treating the road here, so when the snow does come, you know, and the ice and whatnot, it'll be a little easier. Yeah, they're doing some pre-treating. They're dropping some stuff down. I am once again following Governor Baker's advice, and I'm not going to crowd the plow. So, Governor, you should be proud of me. Now we turn on to Enterprise Drive. Enterprise Drive, once again, not looking too bad. And it looks like snow has started here. Nothing's accumulated yet, but it looks like it has started. Now we can pull into Broadcast House.
we go.
This anchor standing here right outside Broadcast House, and I'm just going to give you a look at storm because the snow's really intensifying right now. See, this has only been just a little bit after I talked to all of you last when I checked in. But yeah, the snow's really blowing around out here. Really coming down pretty fast. There's some wind. We've had some power issues throughout the morning here, but we've got our backup generators ready and rolling, so WATD is here for you. But I wanted to just take a look at how much snow we've gotten, so I brought out ye old ruler with me, and we're just going to take a look here right on the ground. So far, just under 2 inches right now. But yeah, snow is falling. Wind is picked up right here at Broadcast House. So we're going to be with you throughout the day. All the updates you need to get through this storm. Let me just give you a look at how bad it is right now. Yeah, can you see all that wind? Snow blowing around. It's pretty crazy. So if you want to get a real update on your latest storm numbers and what's going on with the storm, you're going to be hearing from a whole bunch of officials. We're going to be getting updates from all over the South Shore. You know where you're going to hear that? Right there. That's right. 95.9 WATD. 959WATD.com. You can listen to the Midday Report with Christine James. She'll tell you everything you need to know. Standing out here on Route 139 in Marshfield. As you can see, a lot of snow around, and what's normally a very bustling, busy roadway here, pretty desolate. Now and as you can see, look at the road visibility. That is virtual whiteout right there. And it's all, just there are a few cars. Looks like we got a plow or two coming along, but that's about it. That's about it for traffic here today. But now, since I've come all this way, you know what I'm going to do? That's right, ye old ruler. Let's see what ye old ruler has to say in terms of the snow total out here by Route 139. Okay. Ye old ruler is saying about 6 inches. So that's the situation out here on Route 139 in Marshfield. Here once again, and I've got ye old ruler, and this is actually the car I came in on, and I have not had a chance to brush it off or anything since I pulled in this morning. So what I'm going to do is we'll just kind of get a gauge with a ye old ruler and ye fairly recently purchased car. So let's see what we got here. Okay, so on this car, we've got about 5 inches of snow. So that tells you something about how much we've gotten over here. And we also got a snowbank right in front of recently purchased vehicle. And let's see what ye old ruler says here. Okay, ye old ruler is saying about 9.5. So that's a lot of snow out here. And ye old WATD parking lot. Hi there, everybody. Dan McCready here in the WATD studios right here inside Broadcast House. And of course, when there's a storm, you know this guy's going to be here. This is Ed Perry.
Hi! Yeah, I'm Ed Perry, and I've been out on the road just reporting on the storm, which is a fun thing to do around here. That when you live out on the ocean, when you live near the ocean, and you get storms like this, let's face it, people just need to know where to go, and I try to help them out with that. But it's been a wonderful time out there on the street, and it's fun to do, especially when you can put the microphone in front of somebody who doesn't have electricity on their house and get them to talk a little bit about where they are, and then especially if I have a chance to go and find out where that power line is broken, we can generally help them out. And that's the name of the game in broadcasting, is to try and help folks out. That's why the FCC gave people licenses to use the public airways, and we try to keep our promise to them that we'd try to do a good job with it. So it's fun.
Indeed it is. Now, what would you say the scene is kind of like out there today overall?
It's very quiet. People are not out there driving around needlessly. Most people are in their homes, and still a majority of the folks in the South Shore have electricity. That doesn't mean that there aren't a lot of people without it. And of course, when you're without electricity, even if spring is only 5 or 6 or 7 days away, you're still going to need heat in your house. And without that electricity, and if you don't have some wood for a fireplace, you're going to need a warm place to stay. And that's one of the problems that we encounter here is what do you do when somebody has the possibility of freezing in their home? I remember about 15 years ago that happened to a woman out in the Brent Rock area of Marshfield, where she just she froze to death. Literally, she's an older woman, couldn't get out, wasn't able to use the phone, the electricity was off, and we don't want to see that happen again around here.
No, we certainly don't. So, overall, though, you'd say it seems like people are observing, doing what state officials ask, staying off the roads, and generally kind of being good neighbors to one another?
I think they're doing exactly that. You see people out shoveling their driveways. You see people out there with snow blowers. You see people working, trying to keep their neighborhoods safe, and you don't see them out there around driving. I'm only out there driving because it's my job to report on what's happening out there, but it's an interesting day, it's an interesting business, and I'm having a lot of fun.
Now, there was a bit of a soliloquy you did in one of our earlier newscasts. Do you want to expound on that a little bit?
Well, sometimes a winter storm is like an artist's display. Yeah, it's annoying. Yes, it's not exactly what you want to go through every day. But how many of us want to live in art museums? You know, that every once in a while you get an opportunity to just take a look out at that gray ocean, to look at the waves, to look at the seagulls, to look at just how the world can be just gray. And then suddenly the sun comes out, and we know the sun is going to come out here. And so that's, it's telling a story, especially when you know that story is probably going to have a good ending in a couple of days.
All right. Well, anything else you'd like to add, Mr. Perry?
Yeah, I just want to thank all the people who listen to WATD. We're having a lot of fun with it. I hope we're making a positive difference. I think we are, and we're so fortunate to have wonderful people working for us here at the radio station who understand community, understand what it means to watch out for your fellow human beings, and even your dogs and cats.
Hey there, Dan McCready, WATD News. Here in the WATD parking lot, if you look over there, you can see the plow guys arrived. Yay, plow guy! And now, I had the car all cleared off. John Shea, who's filming this, he saw that.
Yes, I did.
See, there you go. So I had this car completely cleared off, but as you can see, it doesn't look like it. So let's see how much snow we've gotten. When would you say we cleared them off, John?
An hour and a half, 2 hours ago.
Okay. And in that time, according to ye old ruler, 2 inches of snow on the car now. And that was about, like you said, 2 hours ago?
Yeah, so an inch an hour.
Yeah, so I wonder if there's any change in the snowbank here. That's about 6.5, 7 inches. So there you go. Snow's still falling out here in the South Shore. Hey. So, there you go. Facebook Live, my friend. There you go. Dan McCready. It is now Wednesday afternoon. I get to now leave the station and go home and shower and nap and all that stuff. So I'm Dan McCready, signing off and going home. WATD News.